years, you would have set aside 7.2 million. But if you compound it at 5%, it becomes 16.645 million. At 7.5%, it becomes 26.9 million. At 10%, it becomes 45.2 million. Compounding works. I'd also like to say that investing in the stock market is a fairly well-proven way to build a long-term investment portfolio. Now, one of the first questions is short-term or long-term. Should we speculate over the long-term or over the short-term, or make long-term investments? I have found that investing for the long-term, and all of the evidence shows also, is that you get long-term returns and you get superior returns when you invest in shares over the long term. I remember my mom started investing during the indigenization program of the early 70s in the shares of Nigerian brewery. Now, in 2019, when she passed on, those small investments that she had made and the dividends she had reinvested over time translated into many multiples of what she had invested. And she was able to leave in her will, specifically for her grandchildren, quite a substantial amount of money. And if you think about the humble beginnings of 500 naira, 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira being invested in these shares, it's pretty clear to me from my own experience, even though all of the evidence from academia and experts in finance also show that investing in shares in a balanced portfolio of equities over the long term gives you a much better return than most other types of financial investment. So the things that will add to that are: 1, pick your stocks carefully. 2, build a diversified and balanced portfolio. 3, use experts. Find a good stockbroker, somebody who is not just competent but also has integrity, and listen to the advice of your broker. Outside of shares, there are all sorts of other investments, mutual funds, currency funds,